I don't like sound design, and that's okay. Really quick before we get started, I just want to give a huge thank you to everybody for all of the love and support. Since getting COVID last week, you've all just sent the most amazing comments and replies, and you've made myself and my girlfriend feel very loved, so thank you so much for that. This is the first time I've actually felt good enough to record a full talking video, so we'll see how it goes. It's probably going to wind up being pretty short, and I don't know how good the quality of my voice will be, so bear with me, but I promise we'll get through it. Thank you all so very much from the bottom of my heart. Enjoy the video. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shout-out goes to Dr. Druidge. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. So, yeah, I don't like sound design. I think that's my first time really just flat out admitting it outright here on the channel. I'm sure a lot of you have probably gathered that from my videos, but I don't think I've ever just gone out and said it. This, of course, is my Behringer Model D. I've had this for almost 2 years now, and I've just never really enjoyed using it. This should have been an indicator to me right away that I didn't really like sound design when I found myself kind of underwhelmed playing with this. But, I nevertheless wanted to use it. I actually made it my New Year's resolution this year to use it more, and I tried. To my credit, I have tried multiple times to start using this thing, but I just don't enjoy the process of sound design, I'm starting to realize. I don't really like setting your envelopes however exactly you want them, and routing your LFO and patching stuff, whether it be an analog patch bay like this one here, or a digital patch bay like on the Microfreak. It's just not something that appeals to me. But, like I said in the intro, that's okay, because there are so many different aspects of electronic music. I don't necessarily have to love them all, and of course, neither do you. So one thing I really, really recommend that you do is to step back and look at your workflow overall, like working on a song or a track from start to finish. Look at the whole thing and see if there are any elements of the process that you do not like. For me, of course, that part of the process that I don't like is designing the sounds. So lately, what I've been trying to do is to remove sound design from my typical workflow. That's it, because, I don't like it. So why try to do something that I don't like? I realized I was getting hung up on a lot of different projects, and it's because I was forcing myself to try and design my own sounds for those projects, because that's what you do. That's what you're supposed to do. But it doesn't have to be like that. There are so many aspects of electronic music that you can focus your efforts wherever you'd like and still be successful. So for me, I have found that I would rather focus my efforts on actually playing the sounds, playing the instruments, whether those be on keys or strings or my preferred instrument, the drums. I'd rather actually play those and write songs with them rather than sit and design them all day. And that is not meant as a slight to anyone who would rather design sounds than play with them all day. That's, just the exact opposite of where I am. They're the same thing, just different. So I really do recommend that you do the same thing. Take a step back, look at your process, and try to figure out if there's an area of electronic music and electronic music making that doesn't quite click with you, and see if you can remove that and really smooth out your process and focus all of your energy on parts of electronic music making that you do enjoy, because it's going to be a lot more enjoyable for you. I've also found myself feeling a lot of guilt, particularly with two different instruments. One of them, obviously, of course, the Model D here. Guilt because I haven't really used it, and because, this is a clone of the Minimoog, arguably the greatest synth of all time, and I just don't really enjoy using it. The other piece of gear I've felt a lot of guilt over is the Arturia Microfreak. Of course, the Microfreak is arguably the most versatile synth under the $400 mark. It's incredibly deep, tons of different oscillator types. It's got a user customizable wavetable oscillator, vocoder, a crazy deep digital patch bay with 3 custom destination slots that you can set up to be really whatever you want. It's crazy. However, on the MicroFreak, I have found myself, for the most part, just using presets. Ever since I got it, I've used a ton of presets. And I was feeling guilt over that, and I realized the reason I was feeling guilty over that is because of my dislike for sound design. So I was allowing, the opinions of others to come in and affect my own opinion quite negatively, which, of course, is not the best thing to do with anything in life. So instead, what I've decided to do is to flip that around into a positive. I'm still going to use presets, but I'm going to go search out presets made by people who do like sound design. And I'm going to use those presets on my MicroFreak. And I believe you can load in presets to the Model D now thanks to the Behringer software. So I will probably do that on the Model D, as well as any of my other synths and groove boxes that allow the loading of presets. I'm going to let the creativity of others shine in the sound design department so I can allow my own creativity to shine when it comes to writing and performing with those sounds. So if there is an aspect of electronic music out there that you just don't necessarily jive with, why did I say jive with? I never say that. Anyway, that's okay. Step back, take a look at your workflow, see what you need to cut out in order to make the entire creative process smoother for you, and arguably most importantly, see what you can do with that dislike in terms of honoring someone else. Like I said, I'm going to start seeking out others' presets and using those and letting their creativity shine. Surely there's a way, if there's a part of electronic music that you do not like, step back, figure out what it is, figure out how you can really honor someone else's creativity and still bolster your own. I promise you're going to wind up feeling a lot better about the whole thing in the end. You shouldn't have to harbor any guilt. I feel kind of silly about feeling guilty for this for the past almost year or so. I'm glad that I took a few minutes and figured out what it was. If you're struggling with this, please let me know in a comment down below. Let's figure it out. If there are any aspects of electronic music that you don't like, that is perfectly okay. And you can make yourself a better musician with those dislikes, I promise. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.